Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Babe Ruth complex here at Breed, just outside Breed Middle School. More explicitly, the Nipper Clancy baseball field for Babe Ruth tournament action. We've been here most of the week. The tournament, this one, you've seen them before. This is a 15-year-old group. They're 2-0, taking on Peabody, who is 2-1. Natural rivalry, Lynn and Peabody. Lynn wins this. They could finish in the top two, which would move them to Frazier Field for the Final Four. Peabody wins would throw everything into a logjam and have to come up with how to break ties. Peabody's only loss is to Medford. Lynn will play Medford tomorrow night. 5 teams in the tournament, everybody plays 4 games. For Lynn will be Kyle Durant, the center fielder, leading off. Jared DeFilippo, shortstop, bats second. Nico Galizzi will catch and bat third. Playing first and batting fourth, Luke Mannion. The extra hitter, Lucas Fritz, bats number 5. Pitching and batting sixth, Aiden Dow. The right fielder, Sean Anderson, hits number 7. Playing third and batting eighth, Mark Tobin. Andrew Luciano will bat ninth and play left field and bring up the tail end of the batting order. Batting number 10 is the second baseman, Jackson Nicolo. And if this is the first time you've seen the Babe Ruth tournament, you heard me correctly. Batting number 10, they don't have to have, but they can have an extra hitter, not a designated hitter. They can bat 10, as opposed to batting 9 and have somebody bat for somebody. So Lynn will try to get it started against Alex Gonzalez, who's on the mound for Peabody. Peabody will put themselves in a position for the final two, because if they win, they'll be 3-1. They'll be done, and then they'll be rooting for Medford to knock off Lynn tomorrow night. Hit foul to the backstop. Hit on the ground. First baseman flips it to the pitcher. Nice hustle by the pitcher, Gonzalez. Conforti led him nicely. And Duran is out. The play goes 3-1 for the first out of the ball game. High and tight for a ball to Jared DeFilippo. In for a strike. Mr. Gonzalez can bring it. High and tight for a ball. 2-1 the count. It was a red hot day, very, very hot. With the sun down, starting at 8 o'clock start, because they had a couple of games before this. It's cooled off a little bit. Every once in a while, there's a little bit of a breeze that makes it bearable. The 2-2 pitch. Lined in the center field for a base hit. So DeFilippo gets the first hit, becomes the first base runner. Or Nico Galizzi, the catcher. Let's see if they come out running. in for a strike. Up over everything to the backstop. They don't have to run. The wild pitch. Now they throw it into center field. And going to third. So the wild pitch puts him at second. The error on the throw. I'm not sure why he was throwing it. Filippo was already at second when he threw it. So Lynn has a shot to get on the board first. One out and a runner at third. When I hit the wild pitch and an error. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Pitching from the stretch with the runner at third. Hit high and long and deep. Going back and making the catch. What a great play by the left fielder. Christian Plumbitas went back almost as far as he can go, reached over his shoulder, took extra bases away from Galizzi. What a great play by Christian Plumbitas. So instead of an RBI double or triple, they throw Luke Mannion out from short to first. But Lynn gets on the board. That wild pitch and error that got DiFilippo to second. And then Galizzi unloaded. But the left fielder, Plumbitas, went back and made a great play to take extra bases away. Possibly another run would have extended the inning. But they get on the board with a hit, an error, and a sacrifice fly. And Lynn has grabbed a 1-0 lead. It'll be Aiden Dow on the mound. He's got a lead before he throws a pitch. For Peabody, it'll be Scott Emerson, the shortstop, leading off. The pitcher, Alex Gonzalez, bats second. Christian Loja, the right fielder, bats third. Batting fourth, playing first, Anthony Conforti. Ryan Knight will hit fifth and play center field. Catching and batting sixth, Patrick Hossman. Brandon Bloom will play second and bat seventh. The extra hitter, Juan Torrentino, will hit number 8. Playing third and batting ninth, Matthew Botello. And the left fielder just made that tremendous running catch, taking extra bases away from catcher Galizzi. Christian Plumbitas will hit number 10. Aiden Dow, you've seen Aiden Dow on TV 15 before, pitching for Lynn Classical. Coach Galizzi for Lynn. Coach Lee for Peabody. So Peabody has a little catching up to do. Only one run. They weren't going to win if they didn't score anyway. But they kind of gift wrapped that with a major league wild pitch hitting the backstop, and then rather than just hold on to the ball, they tried to throw the runner at second, which they had no chance. And they threw it in the center field, and that put DiFilippo at third, and Galizzi knocked him in. Scott Emerson, the shortstop, leads it off for Peabody. I know we're playing in Lynn. Lynn is the visitors because they make the schedule up so that everybody gets playing 4 games. Each team gets a couple of home games. Missing low for a ball. Hit foul off the backstop. Peabody team trying to move forward there. Their girls' Little League softball team went undefeated. They're playing for a state championship, I believe, on Saturday. And that's Coach Betancourt, who is coaching the football team and the baseball team and coaches the girls' softball team. His two daughters play. His daughter's a terrific pitcher. It's just a slew of no-hitters. Low for a ball. Count goes 3-1. He walks him. Both teams get their leadoff hitter on base. Actually, Lynn got their second hitter on base. Peabody's got their first hitter on base. Alex Gonzalez, the pitcher, is the hitter. So Dow very quickly will pitch from the stretch. That one drops in for a strike. A little more difficult for Peabody to run with the left-handed pitcher. Can't get too far off the bag. Missing low for a ball. The 1-1 pitch up and coming. They throw quickly over to first. Diving back is Emerson. In for a strike, good pitch. It's had a little bit of mustard on it. Dow makes the play, but he has to go to first. Nice start by Dow on the mound. So it's not a sacrifice, but it works the same. It moves Emerson into scoring position for Christian Lozier, the right fielder. Galeese kept in front of him, didn't know where it was, but the runner didn't move. That pitch was in the dirt. Galeese blocked it. He turned because he thought it went behind him. It was actually in front of him. Nice stop by Galeese. Keeps that runner at second base. In for a strike. I don't think Lozier thought it was a strike. 1 out, 1 on. Lynn leading at 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. 15-year-old Babe Ruth State Tournament. Check swing. Dow's only got one play at first. It looked like he was trying to get out of the way, and he inadvertently punched it towards first base. Dow makes his second assist. So 2 away. And Anthony Conforti, if he reaches, could get Peabody in a tie. The tying run at third with 2 outs. Dow's pitching from the full windup. Missing up for a ball. Emerson getting a good running start at third with the full windup. Nice stop again by Galizzi on a pitch that was down and away. 2-0 the count to Conforti, the Peabody first baseman. Took something off and dropped it in. Dropped it in again. So we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the first. Low for a ball, and the count goes full. Strikes him out. Dow does a nice job getting himself out of difficulty. So he gave up the walk, made 2 nice plays defensively. The runner went to third. He gets a big strikeout to get out of the inning. So Lynn wins the first inning. We got a little way to go, but at the end of 1, it's Lynn 1, Peabody nothing. Lucas Fritz leads off the second inning. Lucas is the extra hitter. Takes it wide for a ball. Alex Gonzalez will start his second inning of work. Hit on the ground. Bobbled. Safe at first base. He'll reach on the error. Second error by Peabody. The first one set up the run that Lynn has. Aiden Dow, the pitcher, is the hitter. Hits it foul out of the park. Thank God it went over everybody's cars that are parked just outside the fence there. Hit a long way, but a little late swing. Punches it foul to the opposite way. He likes to go the opposite way more than... Popped up. Nice play by the second baseman. Brandon Bloom had to go back a long way. The outfield's never going to get to that. Bloom had to go a long way back and pick that one off. That's a nice defensive play. So one away for Sean Anderson. Sean's playing here. His brother was playing with, I believe, the 14-year-olds. In for a strike. Hit to second, bobbled, stays with it, and throws him out. They were thinking double play because it was hit high enough, but they almost made the second error. Bloom stayed with it at second base. His second play in the inning. Third if you count the error. So a runner at second for Mark Tobin. Waves at that pitch. Looked like Gonzalez shortened up a little bit, took something off. Chased that high, fastball, and swung right through it. Strike three called. So the error didn't fluster Gonzalez at all. He gets a pop-up, a ground out, and his first strikeout of the game. Ties three in a row after the strikeout. Lynn goes down in the top of the second. So that error doesn't hurt. And we'll move into the bottom of the second with Lynn holding on to that 1-0 lead. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for Peabody. Ryan Knight, Patrick Hossman, and Brandon Bloom. The Babe Ruth people have done a tremendous job running this tournament, actually two tournaments. And we're here for a game for the 13s as well. Awful lot of work put in. Thursday, we had that very heavy rain most of the day. And they were down here late Thursday, most of the day Friday. Smoothing everything over, dragging the infield, fixing the foul lines. Getting rid of all the puddles that formed with that heavy rain. And they spent tireless hours down here getting it ready for these kids to play. And they did it without making a nickel. They do such a tremendous job. They're here all summer, playing games all summer long. The tournaments, they do such a great job. They give them the state tournaments, which will culminate at Frazier Field. Jeff Rupp, the new president, taking over Jimmy Belleville, has done terrific work in his first year, and they haven't missed a beat. They are terrific down here. You see them, if I come into my studio over at Breed during the week, they'll be cutting the grass, dragging the infield, picking up, and they do it without getting paid a nickel. Not a nickel. They have a woman in the concession stand that's here, I think, morning, noon, and night. She's the only one in there, I think. She's there. She's been here forever. She does a terrific job. And again, they don't make a nickel. They're the best kept secret in the city. Nice stop by Galizia, pitch in the dirt. And one more note, a lot of people have their kids playing AAU where they're paying thousands of dollars to play AAU. You can come down here and play Babe Ruth all week with your friends, not have to travel all over the country, and pay $165. So parents should wait until their kids get old enough before they start paying all that money to find out whether the kids can really play or not. All four, second inning in a row, they have the leadoff hitter wrong with a walk. So if you have the money, go ahead and pay for AAU. But it's almost a waste of money. Now they have AAU teams 10, 11, and 12, Little League age. I just don't understand. You gotta wait and see if your son can reach the plate from the pitcher's mound or first from shortstop, or if he's going to grow it all. And you can do it in the confines of almost your own living room here in your own city. Hit foul at home plate. So obviously I'm an advocate for Babe Ruth because you have to find out first if they can play. They're just not automatically going to the major leagues. If they were, then by all means spend all that money and get them playing. Hit foul, back and out of play. That went from the Clancy field to the Edmonds field, which is the other diamond. Another toss over again. Knight gets back. This is Patrick Hossman, the catcher who's the hitter. with the count 0-1. The ball got loose in foul territory out in right field. That was the reason for the stoppage. That one hit the backstop on the fly. Major league wild pitch. Good pitch. That had a lot of mustard on it. Caught him looking. Second strikeout for Dow. Brandon Bloom, the second baseman, will be the hitter. Nice stop again by Galizzi. He's been a workhorse. He's getting a workout behind home plate. We're only in the second inning. Took something off, but it dropped low for a ball. And it's 2-0. That one's in for a strike. 2-1 to count to the Peabody second baseman. Now steps off, trying to keep the runner at second close. Bloom, the hitter, made an error leading off the second, but he made up for it, making a very nice play on a little pop-up that could have been a base hit, and then got an assist for 2 plays. Now he punches it foul down the third base side. So it evens the count at 2. Up and away for a ball. And the count goes full. You saw Dow before on TV 15. It's talking about classical, but also for Little League in the City Series and in the Gallant tournament. Hit back to the mound. They got him hooked up. And they tag him out. Well, they called him safe. He called him safe. He said he missed the tag. He said he missed the tag. They're going to ask if he will talk to the plate umpire. And he's going to talk to the plate umpire. They had him hooked up. It looked like Tobin made the tag. But they're going to call him safe. So he'll reach third on the error. So it's first and third now with 1 out. That was an easy play. It looked like Tobin tagged him. But the umpire's a lot closer than I am. Juan Torrentino, the extra hitter, steps into the batter's box. And the runner wound up at second base. So I said first and third. It's actually second and third. Bounces again. Galizzi keeps it in front of him. So Bloom reached in the fielder's choice, went to second on the error. Knight, wound up at third on the error. Again, another nice stop by Galizzi. Fans behind me from Lynn not happy with the umpire's call. But they were a good distance away too. Almost looked like an automatic play. High and away. It's 3-0. Peabody with a walk and an error. 2-1. Looking to cut into that 1-0 lead. And that's another walk. So all of a sudden the bases are loaded for Matthew Botello, the third baseman. Lynn will squeeze the infield in, up on the grass. Dow had a runner at third in the first inning. He had a big strikeout to get out of it. Now it's the bases loaded with one out. That pitch drops in for a strike. So he's throwing some pitches here in the first two innings, especially here in the second inning. Chased that high pitch, punched it foul over everything, out of play. Quickly, it's 2 strikes. Of course, right here, we'd love to have a strikeout. Ideally, he would like to have one hopper back to the mound. Dow will wind and deliver. Nice stop again by Galizzi. Told you he's really getting a workout behind home plate. High chopper. They only have one play at first. It went over the mound. Dow couldn't get it. It was too high. It winds up 6-3. So Peabody has tied it up. You have the go-ahead run at third with 2 outs. Pitches in for a strike. Christian Blumbitis made that great catch in left field to take extra bases away from Galizzi. Back in the first inning. Galizzi again with a nice stop. Sixth hitter in the inning. They don't have a hit. They did get 2 walks along with the error. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 call. Good pitch. So he stops the bleeding. Peabody winds up tying the ballgame up without getting a base hit. 2 walks. And we have to give an error on the play. They had the runner hooked up between second and third. And according to the base umpire, they missed the tag on the runner going to third. And that ground ball to short would have been the third out. They wouldn't have scored. But Peabody will take it. And Gonzalez taking the mound for his third inning is back in the game. It's now Lynn 1, Peabody 1 at the end of 2. Andrew Luciano will lead off the third inning as we now have a tie game. Peabody scoring without benefit of a hit. Squared like he was going to bunt, took the pitch for a strike. Conforti at first, Botello at third, both charging the plate. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Up and away for a ball. Slaps it the other way, foul past third base. Just reached out and touched it. Not a lot of fans here tonight, not a lot of parents. I thought it'd be a crowd. I suppose 8 o'clock start is tough, I guess. Up and away for a ball. The count evens at 2. Two pitch up and coming. Slices it foul. Up into the trees. Trees kept us from going out of the ballpark. Swing and a miss, he gets him. So back-to-back strikeouts, one to end the second, one to start the third. Jason Niccolo will be the hitter. Hit on the ground to short. Bobble for a second. Safe at first, he beat it just by an eyelash. So the error on the shortstop. Peabody's made an error an inning. The first one hurt, the second one didn't. Top of the order, Kyle Durant. Hit it to the right side. The first baseman threw it to the pitcher for the out. 3-1 to force out, leading off the ball game. So he's up for the second time against Gonzalez. Hit back to the pitcher. They get one. They get two. Nice turn in the middle by the shortstop. Emerson with a very nice turn. Gonzalez with a nice play. So once again, the error doesn't hurt. With the error, he still only faces 3 hitters. So Mr. Momentum has kind of shift sides a little bit here after that, Lynn taking that first lead. So for the second inning in a row, Peabody makes an error, but it doesn't hurt. And for Peabody, it'll be the top of the order, facing Aiden Dow, starting his third inning of work. Solidly hit by Durant, but right back to the pitcher. And a very nice turn in the middle by Emerson, the shortstop. A very quick 1-6-3 double play. Scott Emerson walked and got as far as third base on 2 taps back to the mound, but then got stuck there when Dow got a big strikeout to end the inning. High and away for a ball. In for a strike. 1-1. Up and away for a ball. Dow makes another play. So that ends the streak of Peabody putting their leadoff hitter on in the first 2 innings. Alex Gonzalez bounced to the mound. Dow has got 3 assists. He's also got 2 strikeouts. The 7 outs, he's been involved in 5 of them. Nice pitch, breaks down on the inside corner for a strike. Actually, he's been involved in 6 of the 7 outs because he's got 3 strikeouts. Hit foul past third base. And they'll have to wait a minute because the ball bounces out onto the playing field. The only other putout is Mannion at first base on that ground ball to short that scored the run for Peabody. High and tight for a ball. Strike 3 called. Another nice pitch. He's got at least 1 an inning. That's his 4th. He got 2 in the second. It's a nice night now with that breeze blowing. Makes it really comfortable here at the ballpark. 2 up, 2 down. Christian Loja tried to get out of the way of the pitch, hit the bat, and it bounced to center field. Durant moves back and makes the play. So the first 1, 2, 3 inning of the ball game put up by Dow. Durant was stationed almost perfect. Moved back a step or 2. So we played 3 full. At the end of 3 full, Peabody won, Lynn won. 2, 3, and 4 for Lynn as we start the 4th inning. Jared DeFilippo got in out quickly. He got a base hit. Hits it right on the nose, but right at the third baseman. And a nice pick at first base by Conforti. 1 pitch, 1 out. DeFilippo had singled, went second on a wild pitch, and for some reason he threw it down to second base. He threw it in center field. He went to third and scored on Galease's sacrifice fly. Galease hasn't batted officially yet. He's got an RBI with a sacrifice fly, but a sacrifice fly was a shot and a half to left field that the left fielder, Christian Plumbitis, made a terrific over-the-shoulder running catch, taking extra bases, at least a double, maybe a triple, or more, depending how far the ball rolled. He's done a terrific job behind the plate, keeping balls in front of him and keeping runners from moving up bases. Started to pull the trigger and held up, it broke down and away. 2-1. In for a strike. The count evens at 2. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Gonzalez. They had some mustard on it. His third strikeout. Luke Mannion bounced out, shot to first. His one trip. And one skips past to the backstop for ball one. Hit foul. 1-1. Good pitch on the inside corner. Good fastball by Gonzalez. 1-2 the count. Hit the second base. Bloom makes another play. Gonzalez matches Dow's 1-2-3 inning in the third, doing it in the top of the fourth. 3 up, 3 down for Lynn. So for the first time, Peabody has a chance to take the lead in the game. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Peabody Tanners. Starting the bottom of the fourth inning. It's funny, there were 4 games that we did here at Breed with Lynn teams. A 13-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a couple of 14-year-olds. Or 2 15-year-olds and a 14-year-old and a 13-year-old. And all 4 games only went 5 innings with the Lynn teams winning by the mercy rule in 5 innings. That's not going to happen here tonight. We had a slugfest in the game before this, went a little bit longer. There were 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points by Winchester and a touchdown and extra point by Revere, 14-7. The game prior to this got this one started a little bit late. Anthony Conforti was called on strikes. His one trip. Breaks down and away for a ball. Missing again, 2-0. Missing wide for a ball, 3-0. So Conforti will take a look at least one. Yeah, 4 pitches, he walks them. Third time in 4 innings, Peabody's leadoff hitter was walked. And the walk leading off the second scored the run to tie the game, and that was Ryan Knight, and he's the hitter now with 1 out and a runner at first. That one drops in for a strike. We haven't seen anybody try to run. in the air. One or two steps on the edge of the outfield grass. Jackson Niccolo makes the play. One away for Patrick Hosman, who was called out on strikes. Pop foul out of play. Down and in for a ball. Chop foul into the Lynn dugout. One and two the count to the Peabody catcher, Patrick Hosman. Way up in the air, Khaleesi with a nice job. He had to go as high as he could up to his right and stop that one from going to the backstop. Missing again. So he had him. He was ahead in the count. Now he's going to come in with a pitch or put him on. Strike three called. All of the strikeouts have been called strikeouts. Two-way now for Brandon Bloom. He was the one that hit the ball to third base that looked like they had the runner from second, hooked up between second and third. Looked like he was out, and they called him safe, missing the tag. And that cost Lynn a run, because then a ground ball to short knocked the runner in from third base to tie the game up. Five strikeouts for Dow, all of them called. Hit in the air. Niccolo, the second baseman, moves in and makes his second play in the inning. So the walk doesn't hurt. After the walk, he retires three in a row. So it's still a pitcher's match at the end of four. We're right back where we started the ball game, dead even. Peabody won, Lynn won at the end of four. Lucas Fritz will lead off the fifth inning for Lynn in this 1-1 game. Wide for a ball. There's only been one hit in the ball game, and that was DeFilippo's single in the first inning, came around to score. Swing and a miss. Gonzalez has been tough. He gave up that one hit. Would have been two, but that tremendous catch by Plumbitas in left field. On the inside corner for a strike. Couldn't pull the trigger on an off-speed pitch, and it's in for a strike. Fourth strikeout. for Gonzalez. He gave up a hit to Filippo, and there was an error by the second baseman to start the second inning. And an error with an out in the second, so 3 base runners, 2 errors and a hit. Down and away. Aiden Dow popped up to the second baseman. Blue made a nice play going several steps, reaching over his shoulder, taking a hit away. Hit up the middle, into center field for a base hit. So Dow gets the second hit for Lynn. Sean Anderson bounced out second and first as one trip. Down and away for a ball. Chop foul behind home plate. Way up and in for a ball. 2-1 the count. Anderson to hit Mark Tobin, the third baseman, on deck. They had Dow running, and Anderson fouled it off. He got a pretty good jump at first base. Hit right back to the mound. Nice pick at first base. They turn another 1-6-3 double play. The second time they've turned a 1-6-3 double play. Nice play by Gonzalez. Nice turn in the middle and a nice pick at first base by Conforti. So if you see that once, it's usually pretty good. So that's the second time they've had a base runner that Gonzalez has faced only 3 in the inning. If you count the double plays, he's retired 12 in a row. He picked up his 4th strikeout, so Anderson hit it well, but hit it right back to Gonzalez. He's a very good fielding pitcher, and he got it shot quickly. And the shortstop again, Emerson, with a nice turn. And he throws a little bit low to first base, but Conforti dug it out of the dirt and showed it to the umpire. And second 1-6-3 double play. So we'll move into the bottom of the 5th with the score still tied at 1. It'll be the bottom 3 in the order, 8, 9, and 10. And I go back to, in case you're just tuning in, you can have an extra hitter. Not a designated hitter hitting for somebody. You can bat 10. You don't have to. Just like you don't have to have an extra hitter. Juan Torrentino walked his first trip. Down and away for a ball. Dow's given up 5 base runs, 4 walks and an error. And he ever hurt because it set up the run that Peabody got to tie the game up. Chop foul towards the Peabody dugout. Walked the batter, got 3 in a row. Walked the batter, but they got up a run. Should have been out of the inning in that round of the third. They had the runner hooked up, and the umpire said he missed the tag. 1-2-3 inning in the third, and then walked the batter and got 1-2-3 in the fourth. Little off-speed curveball drops in for a strike. Way high. Galizzi again had to go way up in the air. Boy, he really is getting a workout behind home plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Peabody extra hitter. Down and in. So once again, he had him ahead in the count. Once again, he's going to come in with a pitch or put him on. Hit the shot. Big hop. Nice big hop for DeFilippo. You like those when you're a shortstop. Have to wait till they come down. Torrentino was out 6-3. Matthew Botello with the infield drawn in, hit it a high chopper over the mound. And the only play was at first base, and a runner from third scored to tie the game up. There was a big walk before that hurt. That extended the inning as well. Down and in, 2-0. To the backstop, 3-0. He's walked 4, 2 in the second inning hurt. The leadoff walk came around to score. The second walk in the inning extended the inning and allowed Peabody to score the run on the ground ball to short. So he's got to come all the way back here, down 3-0. He walks him on 4 pitches. Aside from the one error, the only base runners have been based on balls. He's thrown a lot of pitches. Coach Luciano out to talk to his pitcher Dow along with catcher Galizzi. So you keep putting people on base, it's going to cost you. Christian Plumbitas put his mark on the game right in the first inning when Galizzi had a blast to deep left field that was going to be possibly a home run, a double or a triple anyway. And Plumbitas went back running, reached over his shoulder running away from home plate, and made the catch for the out. It scored a run, but it would have been an even bigger inning. He was called out on strikes his first trip. Perfect bunt. It's a base hit. Perfect bunt. That's the first hit of the ball game. Absolutely perfect dropping that one down. So first and second now with one out. Peabody threatening again. Scott Emerson walked and bounced to the pitcher. The shortstop. He's made a couple of really nice plays in the field, especially turning the middle of those 1-6-3 double plays. Good fastball for a strike. Boy, Lynn thought he was out. Coach is jumping out of the dugout. Thought they had him. Quick throw, quick tag. From Beaters just outstepped the tag by a millimeter. Hit in the air to right field. Just about in his step. Didn't have to move much. Sean Anderson made the play. 2 away. Alex Gonzalez has bounced to the pitcher and was called on strikes. They faked throwing the ball to second base. Spun like he was going to go to first and turn and fake the throw to second. Down and away for a ball. Low again. Nice stop by Galizzi. They got him that time. Dow picks him off. Nice tag by Mannion. So again, PB threatens 2 on with 1 out. They get a fly ball and he picked the runner off at first. They got their first hit, a perfectly placed bunt. You don't see that much with the aluminum bats. He just a perfectly placed bunt by Plumbitas. But it goes for naught. The walk doesn't hurt either. So we're still dead even at the end of 5. Lynn won, Peabody won. Jose Pena will hit for Tobin. So Lynn going to their bench. Line shot, shortstop. A step out in the grass makes the play. Emerson's been a vacuum cleaner at shortstop. Can't hit that any better than Pena hit it. It went the other way. And Emerson was right there to pick it off. Looked like a sure base hit. Andrew Luciano struck out swinging his 1 trip. That was a line shot. Missing inside. They shortened up at first and third because he faked a bunt on the first pitch he saw the last time up, which was his first time up. Right back to the mound. Another nice play by Gonzalez. He got a put out on a flip from the first baseman. He started those 1-6-3 double plays. Now he gets another assist. Jackson Niccolo reached on an error, and he was the middle of a 1-6-3 double play. Way up and in for a ball. Good fastball for a strike. Sounds have been tough. He gave up a run in the first, and that's the only hit until Dow got a base hit in the fifth. Swing and a miss for strike three. Five straight innings, he's got a strikeout. The fifth was the only inning that Dow didn't get a strikeout. So now Lynn is on the edge. They're going into the bottom of the sixth. They have to shut Peabody down, hoping they can get something done in the seventh. In this 1-1 game, Lynn goes down 1-2-3. They've had 3 base runners since the first inning. 2 of them out on 1-6-3 double plays. So 5 base runners, 2 of them cut down on the bases. Peabody made a hit, an error an inning. The first 3. Only one of them hurt. And Lynn just hasn't been able to do anything with Mr. Gonzalez. 2, 3, and 4 for Peabody here in the bottom of the sixth. And wouldn't Peabody love to score here and put a ton of pressure on Lynn? Up and away for a ball. Peabody could go to 3-1 and make it a must-win situation for Lynn tomorrow. And that would have to be through breaking ties somehow. Unless they just, if they go head-to-head, Peabody wins this, they have the edge. Missing again, 3-0. So a lot of pitches thrown by Aiden Dow. In for a strike. The third inning, he had a 1-2-3 inning. It's the only inning he didn't issue a walk. And it's ball 4. 4th time in 6 innings, Peabody got the leadoff hitter on base with a walk. Let's see if Peabody tries to move him over with a bunt. We haven't seen that at all. The one bunt was a base hit. A perfectly placed bunt by Christian Plumbides. Christian Logia, the right fielder, has bounced to the pitcher and flied to center field. His fly to center field was solidly hit right at Kyle Durant. Hit in the air. It drops for a base hit in front of the left fielder. Lozier gets a base hit. Peabody has 2 on with nobody out. For Anthony Conforti, the first baseman, who was struck out and walked. That one drops in for a strike. Dow's retired the side in order once. Gonzalez has done it twice. 4 times if you count the 1-6-3 double plays. High for a ball. In for a strike. It dropped on the corner. Conforti didn't think so. 1-2 the count. Missing wide for a ball. Count evens at 2. So a walk and a hit. That put 2 on. The go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 6th is at second base. Peabody's been threatening all over the place, but they only have the 1 run. Hit foul off the backstop. Dow delivers. Swing and a miss for a big strikeout. And Hayden is going to leave the ball game. Or leave the mound, I should say. And we're going to have, I believe Cal Durant is going to be the new pitcher. And they'll just swap spots. Down gave up 1 base hit, and that was the perfect bunt by Plumbitas. But he did walk 6. He had base runners every inning but the 3rd when he had a 1-2-3. Six strikeouts every inning but the 5th. He got a strikeout. Durant's going to come in and try and keep Peabody off the board here. So Dow goes 5 1/3. Gives up the 1 run. It's unearned. Vieira scored the run. Gave up 1 base hit. That perfectly placed bunt right out in front of the plate. So as I said, he did walk 6. And he struck out 6. So now Kyle Durant will try to keep Lynn in the game. We're here in the bottom of the 6th in a 1-1 game. Peabody, the home team, would love to get a run here. Put all kinds of pressure on Lynn in the 7th inning. They'll have the top of the order up. But they got to get Peabody out here. Ryan Knight walked, and he was the one that scored on that ground ball to 3rd when they had him hooked up between 2nd and 3rd. And they thought they tagged him out, and the umpire said they missed the tag. In for a strike. So I said the 1 hit, he gave up 2 hits actually, the hit in this inning by Loja. So he gave up 2 hits down. He's responsible for the runners on base. So he's hoping Durant will bail him out. Hit solidly to center field. Drifting over and making the play. That's a nice job by Dow. You think you might be a little bit down in the dumps. I just they just took me off the mound. I was pitching, but he runs over and gets over towards left center field, makes a nice running catch. Knight hit that solidly. Gave Peabody a little lift, thinking that might be a base hit. So there's 2 outs now. Patrick Hosman has been called on strikes twice. He's facing Durant for the first time. Waves at the first pitch. Durant came in relief the other day, and I watched him pitch. He's got a nice little ripple. And it goes to the backstop. So all of a sudden, that hurts a couple of ways. It moves the go-ahead run to third base. It takes away a force at any base on a ground ball. With runners at first and second, they can get a force out at any base. So second and third now with 2 outs. Durant stepped off. Hosman stepped out. Are they walking him intentionally? He has struck out twice. That looked like... They're walking him intentionally. I don't understand this. I mean, I understand you get a force at any place, including home plate, but you've got a hitter who hasn't put the ball in play. But they're going to walk him intentionally. So I'm not sure I agree with this. Brandon Bloom, the second baseman, he's the culprit for Peabody. Hit the ground ball to third that they thought. They tagged the runner out of third, but they called him safe, and his ground ball to third resulted in a run because they scored on a ground ball. Nice stop by Galizzi. That ball bounced a couple of feet in front of home plate. He's been terrific behind the plate. He's one of the reasons they're still 1-1. In for a strike. Durant's got to be picture perfect here, as does Galizzi behind the plate. High for a ball. 2-1. Swing and a miss. And we got Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded in the bottom of the 6th in a 1-1 game. Can't get any more down to earth than this. White knuckle time. High, and here we go. Full count, 3-2. The runners will be going. This has got to be a strike. Peabody getting excited. White knuckle time on the Lynn bench. And it's ball 4. And Peabody grabs a 2-1 lead. I hate to be a Monday morning quarterback, but when you intentionally walk someone who has not put the ball in play the entire game, and then pitch to somebody who has put the ball in play. You also put a lot of pressure on the pitcher, as we just saw. 3-2 pitch, 2 outs, 3 on. Ball 4 breaks the tie. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Three walks in the inning have been the difference. They got 1 base hit, but the walks have hurt. Hit foul off the backstop. So Lynn's going to have to do it. Come back in the 7th inning. They'll have the top of the order up. Strike 3 called, but 1 batter too late. So 3 walks, the 3rd one with the bases loaded. So the 2 runs that Peabody have, the one scoring the run, scored, reached on a walk, and then another walk forced the run in. So now Gonzalez is 3 outs away from putting Lynn in the loss column for the first time in the tournament. Peabody scores in the 6th. They lead it 2-1 over Lynn at the end of 6. So here we go. 7th inning for Lynn. They need at least 1 to stay alive. Cal Durant has bounced out first baseman pitcher covering and bounced out into a 1-6-3 double play. Hit to short. They get him by a step. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Jared DeFilippo has one of the 2 hits that Gonzalez has given up. You go back to the 2nd inning. A leadoff error put a runner on for Lynn. They only had 2 base runners after that. An error and a hit, and both of them were wiped out on 1-6-3 double plays. They've only had 2 base runners reach second base. Big hop to the shortstop. Emerson with another play. So Lynn is going to put themselves in a situation where they have, it'll be a must win against Medford tomorrow night. Medford's undefeated. Nico Galizzi hit a blast to left field that was caught. Great play. Plumbitas back in the 1st inning that took extra bases. We mentioned possibly a home run. At least a double or a triple. Last time up, he struck out swinging. A terrific pitches duel. Dow, wow, that almost hit Galizzi in the head, way up and in. Dow through 5 1/3 innings, and Gonzalez through here to the 7th. He's been immense. Chop to 3rd. They throw it away, and he's not going to be able to go to second base. So the error keeps the inning alive. Lynn has a pulse. It's faint, but they have a pulse. Tying run at first with 2 outs in the 7th inning. Luke Mannion's grounded to short and grounded to second. They take off to go to second base, in with a stolen base. So tying runners in scoring position. They leave it up to Luke Mannion with Lucas Fritz on deck, hoping he gets a shot. Down and away for a ball. They get two hits and boy, where they spread out the first inning and the fifth inning. Line right at the right fielder. Hit it well, but hit it right at the right fielder. So Lynn leaves the tying run at second. Peabody is going to win the ball game. Peabody's going to go to 3-1, and they're going to root for Medford tomorrow to knock Lynn off, so there won't be anything about a tiebreak or anything, because Lynn gets their first loss. They drop to 2-1. Peabody will go to 3-1. Their tournament's over. Lynn's got one more tomorrow night against Medford in a must-win situation, and even then, it may not get them into the Final Four. Lynn jumped on top in the first. A one-out single by DeFilippo. A wild pitch. He easily went to second. For some reason, they thought they could throw him out at second. They threw it into center field. Galizzi with a long, deep sacrifice fly to left field made it 1-0. Peabody scored a bizarre run in the second inning. Knight reached on a walk, went to second on a wild pitch after a strikeout. Bloom hit the ball to third. They looked like they had Knight hooked up between second and third, and the umpire said that they missed the tag. He was safe at third. Torrentino, the next batter, walked, loading the bases. They brought the infield in, and Matthew Botello bounced the ball high over the pitcher's head, the only play they had at first, and that knocked in the run to make it 1-1. Lynn didn't really threaten after that. As I mentioned, a leadoff error in the second, 1-2-3 after that, an error in the third, a 1-6-3 double play, a single in the fifth, a 1-6-3 double play, an error in the seventh, and it came with 2 outs, and the fly ball ended the game. For Peabody in the sixth inning, Gonzalez threw a leadoff walk. Loja dropped the single into left field. Dow got a big strikeout for the first out. Durant came on and got a fly out for the second out. But then back-to-back walks to Hosman and Bloom forced in the one run. Dow gave up 2 hits. Gonzalez gave up 2 hits. One of Dow's hits was a perfectly placed bunt. But a big hit by Loja extended the inning in the sixth inning. It helped set up that one run. And that was it. Peabody only got 2 hits. Lynn got 2 hits. 1-6-3 double plays. Gonzalez was immense. He gave up the one run that was earned. Actually, it was unearned. The error moved the runner over to third base. He gave up only the 2 hits, a base hit by Dow in the fifth inning, but that was wiped out in a 1-6-3 double play. The only other base runners were 3 errors, one in the second, one in the third, one in the seventh, and he pitched tremendously. He struck out 5, gave up the 1 hit, didn't walk a batter, and he helped himself with those 1-6-3 double plays and a couple of other assists, and he had a big put out on a ground ball to first base covering first. He pitched a tremendous game, as did Dow, but Lynn just couldn't do anything with Mr. Gonzalez. He shut them down, and now they're down to the point where they have a must win. If they won tonight, they were virtually in the Final Four, but now they have to beat Medford tomorrow night to go 3-1, and then that's going to maybe some type of a tiebreaker unless Peabody wins with the head-to-head format. But we'll see what happens tomorrow night. But they've got to get by Medford, who's undefeated tomorrow night. So Peabody does it tonight. A bases-loaded walk along with an error earlier, helping out to get the first run. A bases-loaded walk in the bottom of the sixth brings in the winning run, and that's all she wrote. Peabody 2, Lynn 1 in this 15-year-old Babe Ruth Stake tournament. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoppin saying we'll see you next time.